The Women's Theatre Group emerged in the early 1970s. It emerged as a women's street theatre, performing for demonstrations and other similar events. Though it conducted demonstrations, etc., it did not formalize itself until 1974. WTG is distinct for its more radical percepts. What are the radical percepts that it has selected or it has worked on? It avoided working in the hierarchical competitive structures that characterize the male dominated establishment theatre and media. Most of the theatres that we have around go by the established theatres. So, Women's Theatre Group was trying to rework on the established notions about theatre. For that, the first attempt that they made was deploying group writing strategies. Theatre, as I told you, Women's Theatre Group believed that it is a collaborative effort rather than the singular effort as told by, or the singular authoritative effort as told by or as constructed by the male dominated structures. Shakespearean theatres, for example. The attention of the Women's Theatre Group was on feminist content and methodologies. They adopted extensive use of improvisation and worked on multiracial casting. They believe that women everywhere across the world are marginalized and they have their share of problems. So, whatever be the performance, the casting will be multiracial to give it a global standing. The theatre group supported young writers through extensive and open ended workshops. The virtual exclusion of men and the use of alternative performance venues are other important characteristics of Women's Theatre Group. Major plays performed by the Women's Theatre Group are Pretty Ugly, Lear's Daughters, Timepieces, New Anatomies, etc. Women's Theatre Group was shut down in 1991 and was renamed as Sphinx in 1991. Sphinx still hosts conferences, exhibitions, and events about the role of the women in theatre, and occasionally they produce performances.